What's going on, y'all, and welcome back to another episode of the JuiceBox presented by LOCKCITY. It's Whitey here today. Happy Monday. Hopefully everyone's having a good start of the week. Today we have episode 235 of the JuiceBox. It's going to be some outlook into tomorrow's ESL Pro League, continuation more or less into the tournament, the first stage, stage one, which is of course the Swiss stage. So let's take a look at how things have been going so far. Some big surprises. If you tell me that you had ENCE, Gentlemates, HOTU, and Inner Circle as the four teams that were going 2-0, I'm not going to believe you, but also check yourself in for some sort of a psych hold because that's absurd. But nonetheless, here we are. ENCE, Gentlemates, HOTU, and Inner Circle are the four 2-0 teams going into day three. Two of these teams in tomorrow's matches are going to immediately qualify. They'll be 3-0 and they'll qualify to stage two, and then the rest of the teams obviously will continue to work their way through. Down at the bottom, Fluxo, M80, Energy, and Rooster are all 0-2, so two of those teams will be going home tomorrow. Like I said, obviously some big upsets here, so we are unfortunately going into today down about 7 units so far, 7.06 units on this tournament. We'll be tracking the results tournament by tournament, obviously, so 7.06 units. We'll continue to claw back. We're gonna have just 2 straights for tomorrow. There's 2 things that I like that we'll shout out for the video, and then obviously we will have some more plays in the Discord, discord.gg/LockCity, 100% free. Come join, come cash out with the gang. We have a CS2 chat where we talk about the games all day long, and then of course CS2 cheat sheet channel. We'll also post that on Twitter. You can find it there as well, but it'll be in on Twitter and then in our Discord too. But nonetheless, let's talk about the games for tomorrow. We'll flip over to Thunderpick. For those of you that watch the videos, you know Thunderpick, one of the leaders for esports betting. I'll keep this quick, but you see the link on your screen, tinyurl.com/LCThunder. Clicking that is going to get you a 100% deposit match on your first deposit at Thunderpick, all the way up to $600 or whatever the equivalent is in your local currency. So if you don't already have a book for esports betting, I couldn't recommend Thunderpick more. I've been using them for 3 years. Absolutely love them. Use them for the videos here, obviously every day as well. So if you don't already have a book, claim that free up to $600 and come cash out with us on Thunderpick. But nonetheless, two games that we have to get into here. We're going to talk about HOTU and we're going to talk about Inner Circle Gentlemate. So I'm just going to target the 2-0 matches to start the morning, and then again we'll have some continued plays there in the Discord. But I'm going to be going with HOTU on the money line. This one I went back and forth a while. I'll get into it over here. We'll talk about why. So map pool here, I wouldn't say 50-50, but if we want to look at it from like a mapping perspective, obviously there's a lot of overlap in terms of map strengths here. Both of these teams are good on Dust 2. Both of these teams good on Mirage. ENCE plays a lot of Mirage, so 48% win rate over the course of like 23 maps is not horrible. They do have a good Mirage. Nuke, they have a competitive Nuke. Overpass, their Overpass is good. Their Ancient is competitive as well. And then obviously on the HOTU side of things, we've seen how they've played throughout the tournament so far. They're on a 4-match win streak. They just beat Bait today. They beat FURIA 2-0 yesterday. They beat Sashi in this grand final 3-1. They 2-0'd Ruby. So it's an impressive 4-match win streak. And ENCE is going to have a run for their money here tomorrow. On the ENCE side of things, I do think obviously this win against Astralis is good. This win against M80 is good. The FUT win is fine as well. I think it's probably going to go 3 maps, but I am leaning HOTU here. I would hate, my only fear in going with HOTU here is that now that HOTU's won as a huge underdog on day one, they were like a 7 times on the money line underdog on day one. And then today they were like 3x almost. They were like 2.75 on most books by the time the morning came around. So it's going to be very, very difficult for them, I think, to win 3 games essentially as an underdog. They were 2.05 coming into this. Now they're 1.85. It's basically split. I think if we go into it, it's exactly split, 1.85 on either side. So I do think it's going to be difficult for them to win 3 consecutive games as an underdog. I think there's going to be a lot of public backing on them as an underdog, but I am going to be riding with HOTU here. I think Norbert and the boys can get it done. Give me HOTU here. I know Norbert likes morning games. Give me them on the money line. Second one, I think this one's going to be very competitive, Inner Circle and Gentlemate, so we'll hop over here. If we look at the map pool, basically polar opposites. So Inner Circle, and obviously some of these aren't going to be played because of bans, but Inner Circle has a really good Dust 2. Gentlemates doesn't play Dust 2. Inner Circle's got a good Mirage. Gentlemates doesn't necessarily, but we've seen them be competitive. Gentlemates has a good Inferno. Inner Circle doesn't play Inferno. Gentlemates has a good Nuke. Inner Circle does not, so on and so forth down the map pool. So I do like each of these teams to win their respective map picks. In terms of what I think we can expect, I do think Inner Circle probably takes Mirage here, and I do think that Gentlemates takes Nuke. I would not be surprised if Inner Circle took Ancient, in which case it could be pretty close. We could be seeing a 2-0 Gentlemates, but I do think this is going to be really competitive. I trust Inner Circle to win at least a map. If we saw what they did today against GamerLegion, 2 of them were absolute blowouts, so they 13-3'd them on Ancient. Overpass needed triple overtime, and GamerLegion won 22-20, but then Inner Circle on Dust 2, they won 13-1. They looked very, very dominant. So I could definitely see them picking into Ancient as well. I think Inner Circle is going to have success regardless. I think Gentlemates is going to have success on their map pick. So give me over 2.5 maps for this one. Both of these are going to be 1.85 times your money. I got 2 units on each of them, so roughly 3.7 units to pay back on either of those 2 plays. But that's what I'm going to be rocking with to start the day tomorrow. Again, going to be more plays down in the Discord, completely free Discord, discord.gg/LockCITY. Thank y'all for watching, and we'll see y'all in there. Like, comment, and subscribe if you like it. But other than that, we'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.